If there's one thing House Tea Party Republicans, liberal Senate Democrats, the White House, and corrupt TV talking heads from Fox to MSNBC all agree on, it's that Edward Snowden is an ungrateful thief with an exaggerated sense of his own importance. The fact that Snowden is no heroic whistleblower is proved, they say, by his not going through legal channels, by his theft of government and proprietary secrets, by his willful violation of confidentiality oaths and federal laws, and most of all, by Snowden's international flight and his completely unreasonable refusal to turn himself in for possible life imprisonment and likely torture. Federal cops and or intelligence officials bring in secret requests under secret interpretations of the law to harvest, store, and data mine literally every phone call, every credit card transaction, every email, instant message, tweet, web search, and digital brain fart of 310 million Americans to a secret court whose dockets and rulings are also secret, which doesn't matter much because the secret court never tells the government no, is either not a problem at all, or at worst something that we should discuss and address through legal channels. The problem, of course, is that if Snowden had not violated the law, there would be no insider confirmation of official crimes, and if he turned himself in to the tender mercies of the powerful criminals he exposed, well, that simply makes no sense. 160-some years ago, Harriet Tubman and Frederick violated state and federal laws by stealing valuable property, their own persons, and fleeing north. While living quietly as a fugitive, Tubman armed herself and returned south again and again to steal an estimated 300 more pieces of human property. While also a fugitive, Frederick Douglass became a public and highly illegal whistleblower. He lectured audiences on the evils of slavery and eventually fled to Europe to avoid the long arm of the law. John Brown freed slaves in Missouri, led expeditions against pro-slavery death squads in Kansas, and was a wanted fugitive for the remainder of his life. The very idea of whistleblowers and dissidents needing to be respectable in the eyes of law and authority and even turn themselves in is clearly nonsense. Back in the day, authorities cast aspersions on the characters of Brown and Douglass and on any slave who rebelled, ran away, or otherwise violated his legal obligation to serve. We should treat speculations on Snowden's motives when they come from those being exposed the same way we treat a slaveholder's opinion of Tubman, Douglass, or Brown. Every day that Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, and John Brown walked the world as fugitives was a victory for real truth and freedom. Every day that Edward Snowden remains free to speak and to be heard is a hopeful day for all of us. He's no more obligated to turn himself in than the freedom fighters of 16 decades ago. For Black Agenda Radio, I'm Bruce Dixon. Find us on the web at www.blackagendareport.com.